All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. So really fast, I know my last video upload that I put out there, the audio was sounding off, right? So it should be sounding good. It should sound actually way better in today's video, right? But I did notice that the sound was actually coming from the earbuds, so that's why it sounded like that. So I do want to apologize for that. But hopefully everything should sound good and sound a lot better. So thank y'all so much for rocking with me, for putting up with that right there, right? So there that is. In today's video, people, we're gonna be going over 3 topics here. I'm gonna try to get by them as quickly as possible. So let me get straight into it, okay? So on the first one here, we're gonna shift over to IGN.com, and we got a GTA college history class before Grand Theft Auto 6 release. This is insane. So as you see here, let me read you this little quick paragraph here. On January 20th, 2026, students at the University of Tennessee will attend the world's first Grand Theft Auto college history class. That's right, we got a GTA college history class before GTA 6. Grand Theft America US history since 1980 through the GTA video games was devised and will be taught by history professor Tori Olson, who eagle-eyed IGN fans might remember from our coverage of his Red Dead Redemption American history class, another world first. Accompanying that course was Professor Olson's book, Red Dead's History, and its audiobook narration by none other than Arthur Morgan actor Roger Clark. It turns out Professor Olson had planned to launch his class with GTA 6 firmly under his belt, but Rockstar's high-profile delay May 2026 dashed those plans, just as they did those of so many video game publishers. So, with that will no doubt be the biggest entertainment launch of all time waiting in the wings. Professor Olson will soldier ahead. Okay, so let me just read you the basic idea that he has behind this class, okay? So they asked him, what is the basic idea? So this is what he had to say. Video games are great at conjuring fictional worlds, but they also impact players thinking about real world times and places. And just as Red Dead Redemption 2 has shaped folks' perception of the 19th century American West, or Ghost of Tsushima has informed their vision of feudal Japan, millions of people around the globe imagine contemporary America through the lens of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Just think of how many GTA veterans have recognized landmarks in Los Angeles and New York thanks to their hours in Los Santos and Liberty City. In my class, I take seriously GTA's fictional representation of the United States, its characters, its urban and rural landscapes, and its storylines. And I use that world as the framing device for a serious history class that examines what's actually taken place in the United States over the last half century. The class is much more about American history than the games themselves, but GTA provides the framework that structures our explorations of the past. My hope is that after the class, students will never look at these games or modern America the same again. So basically, he's using GTA, as the framework for his class, which is a brilliant idea, I might say, right? It is very well thought, even with the whole Red Dead Redemption thing. Like, it's a great way to get students into these classrooms and actually want to learn. I should have pulled up the information, but I don't know if you heard, as the years go on, a lot of students are less likely to actually graduate. There is less and less students attending these colleges and universities. And if they do, the chances of them actually graduating from college, it's not looking good. The numbers are out there. It's not looking good because, students are losing interest in school. Especially after the pandemic, a lot of people, started their own businesses, or, now somewhat of like big YouTubers or media influencers out there. A lot of things have happened, right? So since the pandemic, a lot of people lost interest in school. So this is something that he's trying to implement into his classroom in order to have students come in and actually want to learn. So I gotta, give him props for that. Very well thought out. And I just felt the need that I needed to bring this to you because this is actually something good. And it's something that, could actually get students back into the classrooms, So that's it for this one right here. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section below. We're going to move on now to the next topic here. And this is over at tech4gamers.com. So Konami is asking fans which Metal Gear Solid remake should come next in a new survey. Okay. Let's just get straight to it. So if you see here, okay, so this is the survey right here. Please select all of the following Metal Gear series titles that you would like to see remade. This is coming after the huge success of Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, right? It sold about 1 million copies, I believe, in about 4 days, if I'm not mistaken. So, we got to give him credit for that. Obviously, Kojima deserves the credit as well, but, now they're looking into the other ones. So here it is right here. I just thought I had to bring this to you because they are thinking about remaking other games in the series, and this is a great thing. So I'm not sure where they actually have the survey. But Konami, I'm pretty sure you could just Google it and it'll direct you straight to that survey where you can make your case for the next game that comes out of Metal Gear. Okay. This is great. Metal Gear Solid 3 was my first experience into the Metal Gear series, and I had a phenomenal time. They did an incredible job with this remake, and if they do decide, which it looks like they are, to do another one, I will be there day one. And because I had an incredible time with Snake Eater. Okay. So that's it for this one here. And I will be leaving all the links in the description below to all the articles that I'm reading to you here. So now y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one here. We're going to continue on to the next and final topic of this video here, which is a good one. So let's get straight into it. We're taking you over to WCCF Tech. And if you see it right here, Battlefield 6 developers are partnering with Sony and Microsoft to better detect Chrono Zen on consoles. All right. So the developers of Battlefield 6 are doing a lot to fight cheating on PC, especially with the requirement of Secure Boot and Trusted Platform Module TDM 2.0. However, nowadays, cheating is an issue even on consoles. Speaking with Push Square, Ripple Effect technical director Christian Bull said that they have partnered with Sony and Microsoft to better detect things like the Chrono Zen on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. Yeah, it's unfortunate that cheating has become a problem within the console space, especially with the Chrono Zen machines and everything. So we're partnered with PlayStation and both Microsoft in this regard to kind of do detection. We actually have on our own level of macro detection and everything. So if players are doing rapid with Javelin on the PC side, that's why we've enabled Secure Boot to help us combat the never-ending cheater problem. And we are aware of the console cheater issue, and we're going to be taking cheating very, very seriously here. and we want to preserve as much of the fair play and competitive integrity that we can, because at the end of the day, we want to assure that you're having a fair competitive space to play Battlefield 6 in. ChronoZen not only fools games into believing a player is using the gamepad instead of the mouse and keyboard, they've actually connected to their consoles. It also provides access to game scripts and a script compiler, opening the door to many different types of cheats. Needless to say, this could ruin the experience of many players once Battlefield 6 launches on October 10. Here's hoping the collaboration with Sony and Microsoft turns out to be helpful against cheaters, okay? Ripple Effect also recently confirmed that console players will be able to turn off crossplay with PC, which remains the platform most likely to be affected by cheats. So that's it right there, right? Once again, we got to give a huge shout out to DICE for them actually putting in the work for this Battlefield 6. This Battlefield 6 should be huge when it finally comes out. They tackling the cheaters. They've tackled, you know, putting in work for the optimization of the game across all platforms, and that's thanks to the Xbox Series S, right? And a whole bunch of things. The game is just phenomenal. The beta was great. It was incredible. Here's to the Battlefield 6, and I hope that it launches, you know, with great numbers everywhere, on Steam, on consoles, everywhere, right? But yeah, this is gonna be it right here. So they are aware of everything, of the cheaters, I should say. So hopefully everything turns out for the better. That's all we can do, right? That's gonna wrap it up here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I will be leaving all the links to these articles in the description below. Once again, we do every Friday night the drama hour with Gifted. I will be leaving episode 1 in the description below in case you missed it. And if you do like what you see here, pull up every Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So thank y'all so much. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is your boy, the Gifted One here. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. I'm gone.